course, Florida National University versus your very own Trinity Baptist Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise for our opening prayer? Dear Lord, thank you so much for tonight you've given us. I pray that everyone plays safe and we have a good game. I pray that in everything we do, that we will honor and glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, the starting lineups from the visiting conquistadors from Florida National University.
Not doing it.
Number 4,
Release not yet.
Sar Baffert, second base. Number 25, Mauro Blanco, shortstop. Number 7, Stephen Purrs, catcher. Number 48, Henry Bazar, designated hitter. Number 22, Ezekiel Jandels, right field. Number 23, Melo Rodriguez, first base. Number 20, Carlos Santogo Aveso, left field. Number 1, Aljor Garrett, third base. Number 17, Sergio Rivers, center field. And number 30, Ricky Rodriguez, pitcher. Number 1, AJ Alzogo, shortstop. Jordan T, number 12, third base. John Shepard, number 25. Jeremy River, number 16, first base. David Covetto, number 28, left field. Kevin Rivera, number 35, second base. Brian Lopez, number 4, center field. David Hall, number 19, catcher. Michael Kohick, number 9, right field. Please stay standing for the national anthem.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles, as we get ready for the 2018 season opener of TBC Eagles baseball. A very special guest is our opponent for this opening series, playing in their first ever season of college baseball, the Conquistadors from Florida National University. So tonight is not only the Conquistadors season opener, it is their all-time baseball opener as well. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau. My son Dean works the camera for us, and we are very glad to have you with us this season as we begin streaming on YouTube Live TBC Eagles. It's a beautiful Friday night, a little bit cool here in Jacksonville, Florida. Temperatures around 66 degrees. The wind is blowing in gently from the left center field power alley. Steady wind of approximately 10 miles per hour. It's been gusting up towards 17, however. That'll help Eagles senior Jonathan Shiver as he is going to get ready to throw the first pitch of the 2018 season. For the Conquistadors, in case you missed it, leading off playing second base, number 4, Yazir Brofhart. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 25, Manuel Blanco. The catcher bats third, number 7, Steven Perez Colazo. Cleanup man is a designated hitter, number 48, Henry Perez. In right field, batting fifth is number 22, Ezekiel Valdez. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 23, Melwig Rodriguez. Batting seventh in left field is number 20, Carlos Acevedo Santos. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 1, Alejandro Garcia. And rounding out the lineup, the center fielder, number 17, Sergio Rivas. And doing the pitching for the Conquistadors tonight, number 30, freshman Ricky Rodriguez. All players on this Conquistadors team in the freshman class, as this is their first ever baseball game of college baseball. John Shiver on the mound, and the season is underway with a fastball taken for strike one. A lot of new faces on this Eagles roster as well. We'll let you know who they are as we get those opportunities. There's a chopper on a fastball. It's fouled, and the count is no balls, 2 strikes on the second baseman, Yazir Brofhart. First batter in Conquistadors baseball history. John Shiver, a senior from Middleburg, Florida, gets the windup and the pitch and a swing and a miss. And a great start to the season for Shiver as he fans the first man he faces. One away, ball game just underway, top of the first. Glad you're able to join us. Here is the second batter, shortstop number 25, Manuel Blanco. This is season number 4 in Trinity Baptist College baseball history. Shiver's been on the team all 4 of these seasons. The first senior to take the field as he threw the pitch, A.J. Alexo, also a senior. He is the shortstop as well. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. In left field, David Cavedo. Center fielder is Brian Lopez. And in right, Michael Kohick. Swing and a miss, and Shiver ahead of the hitter, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Around the infield, newcomer Jordan Keys at third base, A.J. Alexo at short, Kevin Rivera, familiar face at second base. And this pitch is swung on and missed, and Shiver has gotten the first 2 men he has faced. And the big bat of Jeremy Rivera. He's playing first base. He is a junior this year, and you want to see some big time power. Let's hope Jeremy is able to show that off here tonight. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, brings up the catcher, number 7, Stefan Perez Colazo. Shiver works very quickly, the windup and the pitch. Foul tip into the mitt. David Hall doing the catching for Coach John Copeland here as we start the new season. The 0-1. Line back, foul, out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Good to see Nick Lyle in the dugout cheering on his former teammates. Nick, a pitcher on the Eagles roster last season. And this one is down in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Terrific young man. Left-hander, had a fantastic season. Was, I believe if I remember correctly, number 9 in all of NCCAA in ERA last year for Coach John Copeland and the Eagles. And the pitch from Shiver, a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and Shiver has struck out the side. No better way to start a brand new season than we just saw John Shiver do. 3 up, 3 down, nothing doing for Florida National in the top of the first. Head to the bottom of the first. Conquistadors nothing, Eagles coming to bat. Bottom of the first coming up for Trinity Baptist College, their first time at bat in this brand new season. The leadoff hitter is a shortstop, senior A.J. Alexo. Batting second, playing third base, number 12, Jordan Keys. Batting third, also pitching, but he's also the official designated hitter. That is number 25, John Shiver. And that is a rule in NCCAA that you can declare your pitcher as a DH. So if he does come off the mound, he is still able to take some swings later on in the ball game. Cleanup hitter, number 16, first baseman Jeremy Rivera. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 28, David Cavedo. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 6, Kevin Rivera. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 4, Brian Lopez. David Hall does the catching. He wears number 19. He will bat eighth. And batting ninth, right fielder, number 9, Michael Kohick, also one of Coach Copeland's main starting pitchers. We may see him sometime tomorrow afternoon. This is a 9-inning single game tonight. And tomorrow afternoon, these two teams will be on the field for a doubleheader. We will not be able to stream those ball games tomorrow because we will be inside the gymnasium for Trinity Baptist College women's and men's basketball as both Eagles teams take on the Bruins from Piedmont International University. But we're going to have almost every home game right here at Trinity Ball Yard. On the mound for the Conquistadors, number 30, Ricky Rodriguez, making his first start of the season and in college baseball. We get opportunities, we'll let you know the upcoming schedules for both the Eagles and the Conquistadors, and the first pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike one. A.J. Alexo leads things off for the Eagles. The 0-1, good pitch, well placed on the corner at the knees, and Alexo down, no balls and 2 strikes. So Rodriguez following Shiver so far, getting the pitches over to start the at-bats. The 0-2, chopper towards second. Throw over to first, Blanco makes the play, 1 away. Garcia playing third base, Blanco at short. Yazir Brofhart is the second baseman. He was the one who made that play. At first base, Melwood Rodriguez. And we'll get you the outfield and the battery at our next opportunity. Ricky Rodriguez now pitching to Jordan Keys, misses low and outside for ball 1. Both pitchers working very quickly here in the early going. 1 ball, no strikes. Jordan Keys the hitter, and a fastball on the inside corner evens the count at 1-1. In left field, Carlos Acevedo Santos. Center fielder, Sergio Rivas. And in right, Ezekiel Valdez. A swing and a miss. Rodriguez ahead of Keys, a ball and 2 strikes. Behind the plate, Stefan Perez Calazo and Ricky Rodriguez on the mound for Florida National University. Here comes the 1-2. It is a little bit inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jordan Keys, one of the many new faces on this Eagles roster, with his first at-bat for Coach John Copeland. Coach Copeland has led the Eagles all 4 seasons. The athletic director, Mr. John D. Jones, here at Trinity Baptist College. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jordan Keys. Rodriguez, a long look in, steps off, and a conference at the mound. Told you about the doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. Then the Eagles, after a few days off, will play 3 down south in the Miami area at Florida Memorial University, February 2nd and February 3rd. Friday afternoon, single game, and a Saturday doubleheader. The 2-2 to Keys is a breaking ball that just missed. That fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first, 1 man out, no score. And a payoff pitch, a check swing, and he went around, and that is strike 3. First strikeout of the night for Ricky Rodriguez. And with 2 down and the bases empty, here comes the pitcher DH, number 25, John Shiver. Shiver, very fast left-handed hitter with some power. Batting third, doing the pitching tonight as well, and he takes the first pitch, a little bit low for ball 1. Next home games for the Eagles, February 6th, the doubleheader against Thomas University. TBCEagles.com has all the TBC Eagles athletic information on a hard line drive by Shiver into left field. However, it's right at Carlos Aceveda Santos for the out. Shiver hit it hard, but that does retire the side. Both teams go 3 up, 3 down here in the first, and after 1, we have no score. We go to the top of the second in a scoreless ball game. Neither team reached base in the first, and the middle of the order is due up for Florida National. Henry Perez, Ezekiel Valdez, and Melwig Rodriguez. John Shiver struck out the side, the first 3 men he faced, and now he has to face the middle of the batting order of the Conquistadors. Check out TBC Eagles Baseball on Facebook, a brand new page that went up just last night. You want to like that page, share it around. We'll be posting news and information about the Eagles baseball team, game recaps on TBCEagles.com. There's a strike on a breaking ball to Perez. No balls and a strike. And we'll put the links to those game recaps and other baseball information on the new Facebook page, TBC Eagles Baseball. Swing and a foul off to the left side, so Perez down, no balls, 2 strikes. Of course, you're looking at a beautiful Trinity Ball Yard, home of not just the Eagles, but Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors play here as well. 2 schools share the campus, all buildings and all facilities. Do a terrific job helping each other get ready for their ball games. Coach Gil Morales leads the varsity Conquerors. He is also the head baseball coach of the entire program and the assistant athletic director of Trinity Christian Academy. We will stream many of their home games as well on Facebook Live. On a fastball taken on the outside corner for strike 3. The first 4 men that Shiver has faced, he has punched out. Trinity Christian Academy Varsity Conquerors Baseball on Facebook Live, TCA Conquerors Athletics. One away, top of the second, the right fielder Ezekiel Valdez. And the first pitch, a breaking ball for strike one. Melwig Rodriguez, the first baseman, waits on deck. Shiver with the 0-1, a breaking ball misses up and away. Count even at a ball and a strike. We mentioned Eagles basketball taking to court tomorrow afternoon. This past Tuesday night, Chandler Rivers hit a buzzer beater to give the Eagles a 63-61 win over Johnson University of Florida. That was a fantastic ball game. The Eagles never trailed in that game. Johnson came back to tie it up with a minute left, and Rivers swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 5 for John Shiver. Chandler Rivers hit that jump shot from the free throw line, banked it off the glass and in as time expired. And the Eagles came away with a South Region victory by 2 points. That was this past Tuesday night. Eagles are playing within the South Region for much of the remainder of the season. Check swing, he did not go, ball one. No balls and a strike. Shiver with the pitch, a line drive into center field, slicing away for Lopez and down for a hit. Well, no matter what happens now, Melwig Rodriguez has the honor and a lifelong memory of getting the first base hit in Florida National University baseball history. Congratulations to Melwig Rodriguez. Give that man the baseball. Runner at first, 2 men are out, and it brings up the left fielder Carlos Aceveda Santos. Shiver from the stretch for the first time tonight, and a swing and a miss for strike one. Rodriguez aboard with a base hit, very well struck, sliced away from Lopez. Looked like he had a beat on it at first, but it got down for the hit. And this changeup on the outside corner puts Shiver ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 from Shiver. From the stretch, check swing, he did not go, held up in time. So the count 1-2 on Santos. Rodriguez aboard at first. No score. Top of the second. And the 1-2, and he struck him out. So all 6 outs recorded by Shiver via the strikeout. And we go to the bottom of the second. 1 hit, 1 man left, no runs, no score as the Eagles come to bat. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Eagles coming to bat, sending up the heart of the batting order. Jeremy Rivera, David Cajedo, and Kevin Rivera. John Shiver has allowed 1 hit, but he has struck out 6 men through the first 2. And again, in case you missed it, Melwig Rodriguez getting the first hit in the history of Florida National University baseball. Congratulations to Melwig Rodriguez. Jeremy Rivera gets ready to step in for the first time this season. Ricky Rodriguez on the mound for Florida National. The windup and the first pitch of the second inning. Fastball misses a little bit low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes for Jeremy Rivera, and the pitch on the inside corner, count even at 1-1. Rodriguez, long look in. And the 1-1. Fastball driven up the middle on the ground, and a base hit for Jeremy Rivera. Eagles have their first hit of the season, and the leadoff man is aboard. And it brings up the left fielder, David Cavado. He's followed by Kevin Rivera, Brian Lopez, David Hall, Michael Kohick, and then the top of the order. 1 on, nobody out. David Cajado with the swing and a foul tip. No balls and a strike. Cavado, one of the returning players for Coach John Copeland. He is a sophomore. Played his high school ball at Conrad Academy. He's a left-handed pitcher and an outfielder. In left field tonight, batting 5th in the Eagles order. Jeremy Rivera on first base. He led off with a base hit up the middle. Rodriguez for the first time working from the stretch. The 0-1 inside, ball 1. Count even at a ball and a strike. Throw over to first, and the runner is back. Told you about those Thomas University games on February 6th. On the 9th, the Eagles will host Southern Wesleyan University in a single game and a doubleheader on the 10th. Eagles will have, as part of that homestand, 10 consecutive home games, and then they will hit the road for 10 consecutive games. After Southern Wesleyan, they will finish off that homestand with Truett McConnell for 3 and Montreat College for 2. High pop foul. It's going to stay in play. First baseman Rodriguez is there to make the catch. So 1 out, runner at first. And it brings up the second baseman, Kevin Rivera. Next opportunity, we'll let you know what the Conquistadors have on tap. You can find out their information at fnu.edu/athletics. Throw over to first. Rivera just 1 step off the bag, gets back standing up. And now the coach heading out to the mound. That will give us an opportunity to let you know the upcoming games. Very tough doubleheader coming up for the Conquistadors. They're going to host Southeastern University, one of the top NAIA teams in the country. They play in the Sun Conference here in the state of Florida, and that is one of the best conferences in NAIA baseball. On February 2nd and 3rd, Conquistadors will play at Stratford University in Newport News, Virginia. Conquistadors from Hialeah, Florida, down in the Miami area. First pitch is swung on and missed by Rivera for strike 1. Monday, February 5th, a doubleheader at the Apprentice School. That also up in Newport News, Virginia. And they will finish off their road trip at Ave Maria University. This one misses down low, so the count is even at 1-1. Then the Conquistadors will return home on February 16th, playing Concordia College of Alabama. And the pitch from Rodriguez. High fly ball, well hit into left field. However, it's going to be tracked down and the catch made. Nice job by the left fielder Carlos Acevedo Santos, and Rivera has to retreat. Kevin Rivera hit that ball very well, but it's out number 2. Brian Lopez, the Eagles center fielder, steps in. He's number 7 in the order. Jeremy Rivera led off with a single. So far has not been able to advance, as Ricky Rodriguez has gotten the next 2 men in order. First pitch to Lopez. Misses inside. Brian Lopez, left-handed thrower, right-handed hitter. We'll see him on the mound quite a bit this summer as well. Remember that home run he hit last year against Johnson University of Tennessee. And the pitch lined into right field. Got a chance to get down, but it is run down by the right fielder Ezekiel Vasquez. And that'll retire the side. Ball looked like it had a chance to drop, but Valdez made a nice running play. 1 hit, 1 man left. After 2, we have no score. Go to the top of the 3rd in a scoreless ball game. Each team with 1 hit. And the Conquistadors will send up 8, 9, and 1. Alejandro Garcia, Sergio Rivas, and Yazir Brafhart. Shiver has struck out 6 through the first 2 innings. The lone hit coming with 2 outs in the second from Melwig Rodriguez. Leading off here, there's a third baseman, Alejandro Garcia. First pitch fisted to the first baseman, Jeremy Rivera, for the out. Shiver got in on his hands, and Garcia hit it right off the handle, right to Jeremy Rivera. So 1 away. Center fielder, Sergio Rivas. Left-handed hitter, facing John Shiver. And the pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. And the windup from Shiver, the 0-1, a breaking ball, misses upstairs. College baseball underway in January, but this is Florida. And this is a fastball that hits Rivas. So he is aboard. Second base runner allowed by Shiver. Runner at first, 1 man out for the shortstop, Yazir Brafhart. Went down on strikes, swinging in the top of the first. Shiver from the stretch, good lead by Rivas. And the pitch is downstairs for ball 1. Cool night here on the west side of Jacksonville. Temperatures in the mid-60s. A lot better than what we had a couple of weeks ago down in the 20s here at night. And the windup and the pitch inside misses for ball 2. That is the first time Shiver has gone to 2 balls on a hitter so far tonight. 2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff man Brofhart instead to throw over to first and the runner back. Brofhart steps back in. Shiver from the stretch. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Sergio Rivas hit by a pitch. He is the runner aboard at first. 1 out, top of the 3rd. The 2-1 is downstairs. That is ball 3. Shiver's been ahead of every hitter so far tonight, but now he's falling behind Brofhart. 3 balls and a strike. Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Middle of the infield, a double play depth, and the pitch right at the top of the strike zone, and that fills up the count. Alexo, the shortstop, Kevin Rivera at second. Good double play combination. And a throw to first is not in time. Very close play. Rivera thought Shiver might have had the runner, but he's back just in time. There is a big gap on the left side for the hitter to ground through, and the pitch misses upstairs. That is ball 4. And 2 men aboard for the Conquistadors here in the top of the 2nd. 1 out, David Hall heads out to the mound. On his way to the plate, shortstop Manuel Blanco. Conference on the mound gives us a chance to let you know some Major League Baseball news. Milwaukee Brewers making waves here in the later part of the offseason. They signed Lorenzo Cain to a 5-year deal, and earlier today they traded for Christian Yelich from the Miami Marlins. So the Milwaukee Brewers trying to catch the Cubs in the NL Central. 2 big names, big-time players they just added to their roster. 2 men on, 1 out. Shiver from the stretch. Runner going from second to third. A beautiful bunt. Keys throws to first in time for the sacrifice. 2 men out. Both runners advance. Rivas to third. Brofhart to second. And as I said, a beautiful sacrifice bunt. 5-3 on the putout. 2 down. 2 runners in scoring position for the number 3 hitter, the catcher, Stefan Perez-Colazo. Right down the line, a great play by Keys. He got rid of the ball quickly and just did get the runner at first by about half a step. Left-hand hitting catcher Stefan Perez-Colazo called out on strikes to end the 1st inning. Shiver works from the windup with runners at 2nd and 3rd, and the pitch. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. So Florida National threatening here in the top of the 2nd, but they do have 2 outs. Shiver trying to work his way out of this inning. From the windup, the 0-1. Breaking ball misses. A little bit low, that evens up the count. Congratulations to the Houston Astros. Might be a little late, but first chance during the baseball season to say that. Houston Astros, first ever World Series victory. And of course that comes a year after the Cubs ended their 108-year drought. I'll mention the Cubs a lot. That is my favorite team. Also a Yankee fan as well. 2 balls and a strike. Shiver with the pitch. Breaking ball down low, 3-1. First base is open, but the cleanup man is on deck. That is Henry Perez. I saw him taking batting practice earlier. This man can hit the ball a long way. 3-1, the pitch is fouled off. That'll fill up the count. In fact, I was talking to Perez after his batting practice session. I told him, nice job, but how about saving that for your next series? Of course, he laughed that off. He's looking to do some damage if he gets the opportunity here in this second inning. Full count, and the pitch just a bit outside, and that fills up the bases. So Shiver has walked 2 in this inning and hit a batter. And that's how the bases have gotten loaded. Collazo at first, Brofhard at second, and Rivas the runner at third. Manuel Blanco with that great sacrifice bunt just a couple of minutes ago. Henry Perez at the plate. He was called on strikes, opening up the second, and the pitch, check swing, and a strike. So John Shiver in a bind, trying to work his way out, and the 0-1 in the dirt, and a nice block by Hall. Runner picked off third, throw to third. It is not in time. Rivas stumbled, fell to the ground, but he was able to get back just ahead of the throw. Pitch was ball 1, so 1 ball, 1 strike to Henry Perez. Good job base running by Rivas to get back. Good throw by Hall. Just a tad bit late. And the pitch upstairs. That makes it 2 balls and a strike. Shiver cruised through the first 2 innings. Trying to get out of this third inning jam, and a swing and a miss evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A hit batsman and 2 walks loaded up the bases. The 2-2 from Shiver. And this one's fouled back. A good cut by Perez. Count remains 2-2. Shiver again from the windup. The 2-2. Breaking ball called strike 3. Great pitch from John Shiver. He gets out of the inning. No hits, 2 walks, a hit batsman, and no runs for Florida National as we go to the bottom of the third in a scoreless tie. We go to the bottom of the third. No score between Trinity Baptist College and Florida National University. Season opener for both of these teams as we are underway here in the bottom of the third. 8-9-1 due up for Trinity. David Hall, Michael Kohick, and A.J. Alexo. John Shiver made a fantastic pitch to get out of that top of the third. And here is the first pitch, and this one hits David Hall. The leadoff man is aboard for Trinity Baptist. So Michael Kohick will step to the plate with a runner aboard and nobody out. Kohick, another one of Coach Copeland's starting pitchers. Courtesy runner for the catcher, David Hall. let you know who that is. Kohik steps in, leadoff man aboard, and the pitch squares around the bunt. Good job by Kohik. Throw to first in the dirt, but dug out by Rodriguez. Sacrifice bunt for Kohik, moving the runner to second. 2-3 on the putout. Looks like Christian Draper out there running at second base in place of David Hall. NCCAA rules do allow a courtesy runner for the catcher to allow him an opportunity to get ready to come back out on defense. So a runner at second with one man out, leadoff man A.J. Alexo. And the pitch downstairs for ball one. Florida National University, a member of the USCAA, the United States Collegiate Athletic Association. We saw their women's soccer team here earlier in the fall. And they can play some sports down in the dirt. Their basketball team just defeated a terrific Florida College Falcons team. Florida College, one of the best there is in USCAA, and they're about to move up to NAIA. In fact, their soccer, I believe, is already there. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch is taken for strike one. Florida College men's soccer team, 2 consecutive undefeated seasons. So it takes some good performance to beat the Florida College Falcons in any sport. Florida National did that in basketball just a few days ago. High pop fly to the shortstop. And Blanco is there to make the play for out number 2. So Hall led off the inning getting hit by a pitch. He was advanced to second on a sac bunt from Michael Kohik. And now with 2 outs, Jordan Keys looking to drive in the runner from second base. Jordan Keys, mentioned one of the new freshmen on this roster. Rather, he's a senior. He's a new face on the roster, however. And a throw down to third. Ball in the dirt. Runner is safe. Excellent job by Draper. And the Eagles have a man at third, but with 2 outs. Jordan Keys is a transfer player from Southeastern University, so he would agree with me. Southeastern Fire, one of the best baseball teams in the state of Florida. And the 1-0 is fouled off. So a runner at third, 2 men out, 1 ball, 1 strike to Jordan Keys. Of course, you can see all the names on the roster at TBCEagles.com. Hit men's sports, then baseball. You can check out the schedule and the roster. And the 1-1 to Keys, swing and a miss, strike 2. So Rodriguez with a chance to get out of the inning, leaving that runner at third. He has 1 ball, 2 strikes on Keys. And the pitch, chopped foul down the left field line and out of play. No score here in the bottom of the third between the Eagles and the Conquistadors. Keys at the plate, 1-2. Ricky Rodriguez works from the windup with a runner at third, and the pitch, check swing, and he went around. So that is strikeout number 2 for Rodriguez. It strands a runner at third. 1 hit, 1 man left. After 3, we have no score. We go to the top of the 4th. Neither team has crossed the plate. Coming up for the Conquistadors, Valdez, Rodriguez, and Santos. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Whoa, that throw from Hall just missed, hitting John Shiver. Everybody's all right. Shiver, first 2 innings, struck out 6 of the 7 men he faced, gave up 1 base hit. Had some trouble in the 3rd, got out of a bases-loaded jam by striking out Perez to end the inning. Ezekiel Valdez at the plate. He's nothing out of 1. Went down swinging in the 2nd inning. And the first pitch from Shiver, swing and a miss for strike 1. The 0-1, fastball, excellent movement. That ball tailed very far out of the strike zone, and Shiver got the swinging strike. So no balls, 2 strikes. Looks like he's settled in from that 3rd inning a moment ago, and that is strike 3 right on the inside corner. That is strikeout number 7 for Shiver. 1 out for the first baseman, Melwig Rodriguez. He is 1 for 1. That single came in the top of the 2nd. And I know I've said it a few times already, but it's worth repeating. First base hit in the history of Conquistadors baseball. And the pitch from Shiver, check swing, ball's down low, 1 ball, no strikes. That base hit was lined right up the middle. Lopez looked like he was there. Then the ball tailed on him and got down for that base hit. Very well struck off the bat of Rodriguez. 1 ball, 1 strike. After that, fastball hit the outside corner. And the 1-1 misses downstairs and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Crowd still coming in here at the season opener of Eagles baseball. 2-1 popped up. Rivera giving chase, and he's over near the dugout and makes the play for out number 2. Shiver fell behind the hitter but got the pop up. First 2 men are down, and it brings up the left fielder Carlos Acevedos Santos. Nothing out of 1. He struck out to end the 2nd inning. Again, these 2 teams have a doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. We will not be able to stream those games. We'll be inside doing Eagles men's and women's basketball as both teams face Piedmont International University.
I never
Fastball missed upstairs, a ball, no strikes. The pitch from Shiver, swing and a miss. Count even at 1-1. And the pitch from Shiver, this one misses upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. We are glad, however, to be able to bring you the first game for the Conquistadors. Hello to everyone watching down in the Miami area or anywhere you're watching, cheering on whichever team you're for. Glad to have you with us here on YouTube Live TBC Eagles. Dean Bureau is our cameraman. He is my son. He is a senior at Trinity Christian Academy. I'm Ray Bureau, and we're glad to have you once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shiver with the windup and the pitch, and a foul back out of play. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shiver really looks like he's gotten back into the groove that he had the first 2 innings. And the pitch, and he struck him out to retire the side. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 8 overall on the night for John Shiver. We go to the bottom of the 4th, no score. John Shiver leads things off here in the bottom of the 4th. He's followed by Jeremy Rivera and David Cavedo. No score, both pitchers doing a great job. And the first pitch slapped towards second base. This one gets away and into center field. And Shiver is aboard. He reaches on the error. Blanco went down for it. Or rather, Brofhart went down for it. Ball took a funny hop on him, and Shiver is aboard. Now, he's a very fast runner, but he's also the pitcher, so we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Number 1, Kelvin George, doing the honors, running for Jeremy Rivera. Check that, John Shiver. It's Rivera at the plate. And the first pitch from Rodriguez from the stretch. Good lead, swing and a foul back. Kelvin George, one of the many new faces on this Eagles roster, had a big lead on that first pitch. No balls and a strike. A little more modest of a lead this time. Let's see what he does with his secondary. Throw to first, and he's back. Ball gets away, but not far enough. Kelvin George, a sophomore utility player, coming over from Concordia College of Alabama. And Jeremy Rivera at the plate. He is a junior from Lake Nona High School. Big lead by George. Runners going. High fly ball. Well hit into center field. However, it's being tracked down by Rivas, and he has it for out number 2. Rivera gave it a ride. Rivas ran it down. 1 away. Left fielder David Cavedo at the plate. Kelvin George running for John Shiver, who reached on an error. Cavedo popped up to the first baseman, his only trip to the plate so far tonight. Runner at first, 1 man out. Rodriguez from the stretch, runners going, strike called, throw down to second is not in time. George got a fantastic lead and beat that throw very easily. So a runner at second, first stolen base of the season for the Eagles. David Cavedo at the plate. Pitch was a strike, so no balls and a strike. Throw back to second, nearly gets away, and a nice job by the shortstop Blanco to keep the ball in the infield. So the 0-1 coming from Rodriguez. George with another good lead off second. Couple of looks back and a timeout called. David Cavedo at the plate. Looking to drive in the first run of the ball game. Neither team has crossed the plate so far. Big gap in right center field, and the pitch from Rodriguez in the dirt, and a nice block by the catcher Perez Colazo. George ready to take third. Colazo, a brick wall, knocking it down, keeping the runner at second. Again, a huge gap in right center field for Cavedo. Rodriguez with the pitch. Breaking ball, misses a little bit inside, and that evens the count at a ball and a strike. Kevin Rivera waits on deck, followed by Brian Lopez. 1 away, runner at second. Throw back is very close, but George is back. Kelvin George, the courtesy runner for the pitcher John Shiver. Shiver reached on an error to lead off the inning. And the 1-1 down low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Cavedo enjoying his second season of Trinity Baptist College Eagles baseball. Two balls and a strike. Cavedo ahead in the count, and Rodriguez from the stretch, and this one hits the batter, and that's going to put Cavedo aboard at first. George at second. 1 man out, second hit batter for Ricky Rodriguez, and it brings up second baseman Kevin Rivera. Kevin Rivera is a junior. Played his high school ball at Bacone College, or rather college ball at Bacone College in Oklahoma before transferring to Trinity last year. Two men on, 1 out, and the pitch on the inside corner for a strike. George at second, Cavedo at first. Very good speed on the bases for the Eagles. Again, a big gap in right center. And the pitch to Rivera, swing and a foul back. No balls, 2 strikes on the second baseman for the Eagles. Outfield not too deep, giving themselves a chance at a play at the plate. Kelvin George very fast, and the pitch Chopper towards third. This could be two. Steps on the bag, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. Garcia, 5 unassisted, then over to Rodriguez at first, and the double play ends the inning. Eagles get 2 men aboard on an error and a hit batsman, but they do not score. And after 4, we have no score. Top of the 5th in a scoreless tie, and the Eagles are going to send a new man to the mound. Number 20, Grayson Wright, on in relief of John Shiver, who was brilliant. He had 1 tough inning. However, in 4 innings pitched, no runs, 1 hit. He walked 2, he hit 1, and he struck out 8 conquistadors. So on the mound now, Grayson Wright, freshman from Middleburg, Florida, pitched last year at Middleburg High School. Same high school as John Shiver. And now he is in relief of the big left-hander. He's going to face hitters 8, 9, and 1 to start off his college career. Those hitters are Alejandro Garcia, Sergio Rivas, and Yazir Brofhart. And fans getting into that all-time favorite, Sweet Caroline. Top of the 5th, Alejandro Garcia, nothing out of 1. Popped up to the first baseman, Jeremy Rivera, his only time up. That came leading off the 3rd inning. So our first look at freshman Grayson Wright. Wind up in his first pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. Garcia squared around as if to bunt. He pulled Keys in off the bag at third base. Now Keys in on the grass. Rivera back deep at first. And the pitch is on the inside corner for strike 1. Kevin Rivera back on the outfield grass at second base. Alexo near the borderline at short as well. Outfield, medium depth. Alejandro Garcia at the plate, leading off the 5th, 1-1, and the pitch from Wright, a breaking ball, right down the middle for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wright working quickly. This one misses just a bit high. Shiver worked quickly. Now Grayson Wright doing the same here on in the 5th inning. The 2-2. Low and outside, full count. So a payoff pitch coming to Garcia on Grayson Wright's first collegiate hitter, and a line drive well hit into right field, and Kohik is able to run it down to retire the hitter. 1 away, Garcia hit the ball hard, but Michael Kohik was able to track it down. Number 9 hitter, center fielder Sergio Rivas. He was hit by a pitch That came in the third inning, was left stranded at third base. Conquistadors loaded the bases in that inning, did not score. And the pitch, fastball taken outside for ball one. Grayson Wright, right-hander from Middleburg, and the pitch is fouled back. So a ball and a strike to the hitter Sergio Rivas, and the pitch in the dirt for ball one. No score. We are in the top of the fifth. Each team with one hit. Melwig Rodriguez for the Conquistadors, Jeremy Rivera for the Eagles. And the pitch, high chopper towards short. Alexo fields the hop, throws to first. It's low, but dug out by Jeremy Rivera. That is out number two. So Wright retires his first two hitters, and it brings up the top of the order, second baseman Yazir Barfhart. Check that, Yazir Barfhart. He's 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. And the pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. The 0-1. Grounded hard towards third. Jordan Keys with a beautiful dig and a throw to first. And that'll retire the side. Great first college inning for Grayson Wright. He got the side in order, and we go to the bottom of the fifth. Still no score. Bottom of the fifth coming up. Eagles have the bottom third of the order, Lopez, Hall, and Kohik. Good to see former Eagles catcher Cody Ragland in attendance, he and his father. Cody used to be a catcher here for Trinity Baptist College a couple of years ago. His younger brother Chad now plays at Florida State College at Jacksonville. Mr. Ragland let us know that the Blue Wave defeated Daytona State 8-3. And Chad was 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. Congratulations, former Trinity Christian Academy Conqueror, Chad Ragland. And again, very good to see Cody and his father in attendance here tonight. First pitch misses down low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes, and a high pop fly into right field. Valdez is there for out number 1. So hello, Chad. Hope you're watching. Hope you'll be able to come out and see Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors baseball. And remember, we're going to be live streaming on Facebook Live this year. The name of the page is TCA Conquerors Athletics. Just started doing that this school year. Volleyball, basketball, baseball, and softball coming up. Here's the first pitch to David Hall, missing outside for ball 1. Ricky Rodriguez has struck out 2. He's allowed only 1 hit. He has hit 2 men as well. And a foul back from Hall evens the count at 1-1. Rodriguez has also struck out a couple of guys. The 1-1 to David Hall. Swing and a miss. Ball was upstairs. Hall chased it, and he's down 1-2. Brian Lopez led off the inning with a fly out to right. David Hall at the plate with the bases empty, 1 out, a ball and 2 strikes, and a chopper towards third. Garcia fields it cleanly and makes a good strong throw to retire the hitter. Garcia started that 5U3 double play to end the 4th inning. Makes a good solid defensive play here for out number 2. Brings up the right fielder, Michael Kohick. His only time up tonight, he laid down a terrific sacrifice bunt, moving the runner to second base. 2 outs, bases empty. Rodriguez from the windup, and a foul tip straight back. A great cut by Kohick. When the hitter fouls a ball straight back like Kohick just did, it means he was right on it and just barely missed it. So no balls and a strike, and the pitch. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. All 3 pitchers we've seen tonight have worked very quickly. We're in the bottom of the 5th and just over an hour into this ball game. And the pitch misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Catcher Collazo setting up well outside. That ball tailed back in. Now the 1-2. Ball hit the target, but again, Collazo setting up outside, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Alexo on deck, waiting for an opportunity. And the pitch, a breaking ball that catches the inside corner, and that'll retire the side. Great pitch by Rodriguez. That's his 3rd strikeout of the night. He gets the Eagles in order in the 5th, so we go to the top of the 6th. Still no score. Top of the 6th coming up. We have no score. Conquistadors will send up hitters 2, 3, and 4. Manuel Blanco, Steven Perez, Collazo, and Henry Perez. Grayson Wright starting his 2nd inning of work in relief of John Shiver, who pitched 4 scoreless innings of 1 hit ball with 8 strikeouts. Grayson Wright got the side in order in the 5th. Mr. Ragland was just telling me about a couple of other former TCA Conquerors played in that ball game this afternoon. Dalton Terrell, Conquerors pitcher, now pitching for the Blue Wave of Florida State College at Jacksonville, and Logan Nugent in right field. So lots of Trinity tradition staying in Jacksonville. We're glad they're still around, and hopefully they'll all come by and say hello to us, either here at a TBC Eagles game or at a TCA Conquerors game. Grayson Wright getting ready to start inning number 2. We go to the top of the 6th, no score. Each team has just 1 hit. And leading off the top of the 6th is a shortstop, Manuel Blanco. Nothing out of 1, a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. He came very close to beating out that ball. It was a beautiful bunt right down the third baseline. Keys made a terrific play to get him by about half a step at first base. First pitch is in there for a strike. And a meeting at the mound, David Hall on out. Quick chat with Wright, and everybody's ready. Blanco steps in, no balls and a strike. And the pitch squares around a bunt, pulls it back, takes it outside. So the 1-1 from Grayson Wright, and the pitch sliced towards short. Alexo, tough play, quick throw, not in time. Blanco had beaten the throw anyway, so that's going to go as an infield single. Kind of got it off the handle, had a lot of slice on it. Alexo made a fine play, even with the throw up. That was a base hit for Blanco. That is a second hit of the night for the Conquistadors, first one off Grayson Wright. Leadoff man aboard here in the 6th for the catcher, Stefan Perez Colazo. He has struck out and walked. Runner at first, Wright from the stretch for the first time tonight. It is up and away for ball 1. Grayson Wright, a freshman from Middleburg. One ball, no strikes to Perez Colazo. Lined into left field. And a nice recovery. David Quevedo got a little crossed up, but he was able to regroup, regain his footing, and reached up and snared that one out of the air. Robin Colazo of extra bases, and that would have scored the run. So credit Quevedo not giving up on it. He was able to recoup and make the nice play in left field. So one out, runner at first. For the DH, the cleanup man, Henry Perez. He has been called out on strikes both times up, and he takes strike 1 here in the 6th. Henry Perez at the plate. The 0-1 smacked hard up the middle and a base hit. A great diving attempt by Kevin Rivera. You've heard the expression, that ball had hair on it. He hit that one awfully hard for the base hit. Line shot right up the middle. It advances Blanco to second. That's a second hit of the inning. Henry Blanco, freshman from Miami, played his high school ball at Hialeah High School, majoring in criminal justice. And Rivera at the mound, talking over with Grayson Wright about the situation. Runners at first and second, one man out. Ezekiel Valdez at the plate. He has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. Outfield straight away. Quevedo in left, Lopez in center, and Kohick in right. Good arms in the outfield. And the first pitch, changeup in there for a strike. Kevin Rivera shading the hitter up the middle, looking for a chance to turn 2 to get out of the inning. Alexo straight away at short. Jeremy Rivera playing in at first. Line drive down the right field line. It's down for a hit. Here comes a runner around third. Kohick's throw is cut off. And the Conquistadors have the first run of the ball game. RBI single by Ezekiel Valdez. And Florida National leads it 1-0. On the play, Henry Perez advances around to third. And the runners are at the corner with a run in and one man out. Melwig Rodriguez at the plate. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the second and popped out in the fourth. And now Coach John Copeland heads to the mound. Well, we gave credit to Rodriguez earlier when he got the first hit in Conquistadors history. Ezekiel Valdez, first RBI, and Manuel Blanco with the first run scored. So congratulations all around, and we're going to have a new pitcher for the Eagles. Grayson Wright heads off. 1 1/3 innings pitched. So far, 1 earned run, but he is responsible for 2 men on base. Dan Richard is the man you just saw sprinting out to the mound. Give him a chance to warm up. We'll pause here on YouTube Live, TBC Eagles. Dan Richard is the new man on the mound for the Eagles. He is a senior, and you saw that patented sprint to the mound. Richard loves to get the ball. When he's called upon, it doesn't take him long to get ready. Typically Coach Copeland's closer coming on in relief here in the 6th. 1 1/3 innings for Grayson Wright. 1 run in, but here's a chopper towards third. Keys a diving play. Throw to first. It is in time. On the play, Henry Perez scores. That run is charged to Grayson Wright, but Keys saved an extra base and an out for Dan Richard. RBI ground out for Melwig Rodriguez. 2 down, and on the play also Ezekiel Valdez moves into scoring position. So Richard, 1 pitch, he gets the out. Florida National leads 2-0. Here's Carlos Acevedo Santos. He has struck out both times up tonight. Richard on the mound with a runner at second, 2 runs in, 2 men out, and his first pitch had a lot of movement, and it ended up right down the middle for a strike. David Hall at the mound talking to Dan Richard. 2 men are in. Manuel Blanco led off the inning with a single. He came in on the RBI single from Ezekiel Valdez. Henry Perez also hit his way aboard. He scored on the ground ball on a diving play from Jordan Keys. RBI ground out off the bat of Melwig Rodriguez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Valdez, a runner at second. Here's the pitch from Richard. Fastball right on the corner for strike 2. Dan Richard, a hard-throwing right-handed senior. Played his high school baseball at Foundation Academy. Big lead off second base for Valdez. Richard with a long look in. And the pitch, fastball upstairs, evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Richard from the stretch, and the pitch, a breaking ball right down the middle for strike 3. So Richard slams the door. However, Conquistadors get 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1 man at second. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Florida National 2, Eagles nothing. Top of the order, Alexo, Keys, and Shiver as the Eagles find themselves trailing 2-0 as we start the bottom of the 6th. Line drive into center field. Base hit for Alexo. Good start to the inning. Alexo aboard with his first hit. He's now 1 out of 3. Didn't waste any time. Took a fastball at the top of the zone and smacked it hard into center field. Brings up third baseman Jordan Keys, who made that terrific diving play at third. A run scored on that play, but he got the out at first. Made things easier for Richard to get out of the inning. Alexo very fast at first base. Keys at the plate. And a pitch, squares around a bunt, pulls it back and takes it low. Ricky Rodriguez has pitched 5 innings so far. That's just the second hit he has allowed. He has struck out 3. John Shiver waiting on deck, and the pitch. High chopper towards second. Over to second for 1, throw to first. Ball got away, and it looked like Keys might have had the relay throw beaten anyway, but that is a fielder's choice. Alexo retired at second base. Blanco fielding that ball high in the air, and there's 1 away. So 6-4 on the putout at second base, and it brings up the designated hitter now, John Shiver. He was a starting pitcher. We explained at the time, listing him also as a DH allows him to stay in the batting order. He has come off the mound. At the plate now with a runner at first, 1 out, and Jeremy Rivera waiting on deck. Keys, the runner at first. Looks like we've had a pinch runner. And here is the pitch. It is down in the dirt for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Shiver digs in. Rodriguez from the stretch. And a high foul pop out of play. Shiver ready. Ball and a strike. And throw to first. The runner is back. Kristen Draper, the pinch runner at first base for Jordan Keys. And here is the pitch. It is downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. We saw Draper as a courtesy runner for the catcher earlier in the game. Now he is officially in as a pinch runner. And the pitch to Shiver. Looper into right field. That's going to hang up for Valdez. Draper caught off first base. The throw is off the mark, and that allows Draper to get back in. Shiver lined it into right. Valdez made the play. Came close to doubling off the runner at first. Throw off the mark. Draper back in safely. So 2 outs with a runner at first, and it brings up Jeremy Rivera. He is 1 for 2, singled in the second and flew out to center in the fourth. The wind has died down. It's just a very gentle breeze, if anything. Cool night here in Jacksonville, and the pitch is sliced down the right field line, and a fair ball. Here's a runner on his way to third. Draper goes first to third, and Rivera pulls up at first with a single. Draper hustling all the way in case anything happened to allow him a chance to score. But a nice play by Valdez. Got the ball back in quickly and kept the runner at third base. Rivera now 2 for 3. Runners at the corners, 2 men out for the left fielder, David Cavedo. He is 0 for 1, hit by a pitch his last time up. And a timeout as we'll have a conference at the mound. Florida National got 2 runs in the top of the 6th. That's been all the scoring tonight. RBIs from Ezekiel Valdez on a base hit and Melwig Rodriguez on a ground ball to third. Eagles threatening here in the bottom half of the 6th. Have runners at the corners. Kristen Draper pinch running for Jordan Keys, who reached on a fielder's choice. He's at third, and Jeremy Rivera singled down the right field line just a moment ago. Remember, these 2 teams have a doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. No word yet on who the starting pitchers might be in either of those games. Again, we will not be streaming the baseball games. We have women's and men's basketball tomorrow afternoon right here on TBC Eagles on YouTube Live. Then the Eagles will head down to Miami for 3 games at Florida Memorial University, February 2nd, and a doubleheader on the 3rd. Rodriguez from the stretch. The pitch to Cavedo, swing and a miss for strike 1. Good speed at third. Jeremy Rivera, the runner at first. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside. That evens up the count at 1-1. Draper ready in case the ball does get away from the catcher, Perez Colazo. Throw to first and the runner back. Rivera, very modest lead at first. That might have been just to see what the runner and the hitter were thinking. Eagles have a lot of speed on the roster. Cavedo, one of those men who can run. And the pitch. High fly ball, well hit toward the gap. However, it's going to be run down by Rivas, and that'll retire the side. Cavedo hit it well, but Rivas was there to make the play. Eagles get 2 men aboard, a couple of hits. Strand 2, and after 6, it is 2-0 Florida National. 2-0 Florida National after 6. Leading off the top of the 7th, Garcia, Rivas, and Brofhart. Hitters 8, 9, and 1 in the Conquistadors lineup. 2-0 in favor of Florida National. Dan Richard on the mound, starting his first full inning of work. He came in with 1 out, 1 inning ago. He got the men he was asked to get, but 1 run scored on one of those 2 plays. Leading things off is a second baseman, Alejandro Garcia. Nothing out of 2. 2 balls lifted to the right side, both caught. And the first pitch inside, just misses the hitter. Garcia popped up to first and has lined hard into right. And the 1-0 off the bat. Looked like he was trying to pull the bat back. Made contact and fouled it off. So a ball and a strike. Richard from the stretch. Changeup drops down for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is a fastball taken for strike 2. Sergio Rivas, center fielder on deck, just ran down that drive from David Cavedo. And time called before the pitch, so no pitch. Richard did the right thing by completing the pitch. It's easy if you try to stop too suddenly, it's easy to injure yourself. So Dan Richard making sure everything's all right, and the pitch just misses the outside corner. So there's a lesson for all the youngsters who might be watching. Finish up the pitch, because trying to stop yourself too quickly is a good way to hurt an arm or a back. Line drive into right field, but Kohick took about 2 steps over to make the play. That's twice in a row that Garcia has lined very hard into right field. 1 away for the number 9 hitter, center fielder Sergio Rivas. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd, and he grounded to short in the 5th. Base is empty, 1 away. Richard works quickly, catches the outside corner for strike 1. No balls and a strike, swing and a miss. Makes it 0-2. So the next live stream that we will have on TBC Eagles, February 6th, as the Eagles host a doubleheader with Thomas University. Slapped foul out of play. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. That doubleheader starts a 10-game homestand, which is immediately followed by a 10-game road trip. Eagles are going to play 6 games this season with fellow Jacksonville College, Edward Waters College. 3 in each ballpark, and strike 3 called on the outside corner. That is the 2nd strikeout for Dan Richard. And it's out number 2 here in the top of the 7th. Second baseman Yazir Brofhart at the plate. He has struck out, walked, and grounded out to 3rd. And the first pitch is slapped hard towards 2nd. Kevin Rivera with the easy play to retire the side. 1-2-3, nothing across for Florida National in the top of the 7th, but they lead 2-0 at the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th, Eagles trail 2-0, and they will send up hitters 6, 7, and 8. Kevin Rivera, Brian Lopez, David Hall, and if anyone gets on, Michael Kohick, due up 4th this inning. Kevin Rivera has flown out to left and grounded into a double play. Hot shot into left field, a base hit. And again, the Eagles have the first man aboard. 2 innings in a row, the Eagles have hit the first pitch into the outfield for a base hit. Last time, unable to cash in that leadoff hit. Let's see if they can do so here in the bottom of the 7th. Brian Lopez twice has flown out to right field. Good speed aboard, and Kevin Rivera. Lopez at the plate, squares around, lays down the bunt. Rodriguez bobbles it, but has a play at first. He gets the out on a sacrifice bunt from Brian Lopez. 1-3 on the putout, 1 away. Kevin Rivera moves into second base. Good job by Brian Lopez helping out his team. And David Hall and Michael Kohick will have a chance to drive home the run. And if they're able to keep the inning alive, the top of the order, A.J. Alexo due up afterward. Runner at second, 1 out. Rodriguez from the stretch. Long look back and the pitch. Fastball, strike 1. Perez Collazo out to the mound. Season opener for the Eagles, a first of many ball games, home and away. Trinity Baptist College this year is hosting the NCCAA South Region Tournament. That's going to come up May 8th through the 11th. Those ball games will be right here at Trinity Ball Yard. And a pitch from Rodriguez is in the dirt. And another good play by Perez Collazo, keeping the runner at bay. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trinity Baptist is also host to the women's basketball South Region Final and both the men's and the women's NIT tournaments coming up in March in basketball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodriguez turns and looks at second. Nothing doing. Speaking of men's basketball, I see Markel Perry and Zach Norris making their way up to the bleachers, cheering on their friends on the baseball field. And the pitch is popped up, heading right toward us. It's going to stay in play, and the ball is dropped. Ball tailing back toward the infield. That's always a tough play, and Perez Collazo unable to corral it. It is strike 2, but David Hall gets another pitch. And let's hope Hall can cash in on another opportunity. Zach Norris, Markel Perry, now in the bleachers. Members of the men's basketball team, we told you about that great game they played against Johnson University back on Tuesday night. Chandler Rivers with the buzzer beater for the win for the Eagles. Runner at second, time called before the pitch. And Rodriguez, as Richard did in the top half of the inning, making sure he completes the pitch. Big gap in right center field for David Hall. He has 2 strikes. And the pitch. Line shot towards third. And it is caught in the air. A beautiful play by Alejandro Garcia, robbing Hall of a hit and an RBI. Can't hit the ball much harder than that, but tough break for the Eagles catcher. Very nice grab by Garcia at third. Stays at second. 2 outs now for Michael Kohick. He has laid down a sac bunt, and he was called out on strikes his last time up. And the pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. Wasn't sure at first if that ball had hit the ground or if Garcia picked it off in the air. It was a line drive caught for an out. The 0-1 to Kohick. And a pitch. Another hard hit ball, but this one is right at the second baseman, Brofhart, and he's able to get the out at first. The Eagles hit the ball very hard 3 times, once for a hit, but a runner stranded at second as we go to the top of the 8th in a 2-0 Florida National lead. Top of the 8th, Florida National leading 2-0. They will send up Blanco, Perez Colazo, and Perez, hitters 2, 3, and 4. Failed to mention last inning, Kristen Draper pinch ran for Jordan Keys in the 6th. He stayed in the game, and he's now playing third base for Trinity Baptist College. Manuel Blanco will lead things off. He is 1 for 2. Singled and scored his last time up. That came in the 6th inning, the 2-run 6th inning for the Conquistadors. So Blanco will lead things off here in the top of the 8th. Remember, single games in college baseball, 9 innings. Doubleheader games are 7 innings apiece. That will be the case tomorrow afternoon. Blanco digs in. Richard with the windup. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. So no balls and a strike. Richard, very hard throwing right-hander. And the pitch is a fastball taken outside. Count even at 1-1. That doubleheader begins at 12 noon and game number 2 scheduled for 3 p.m. Breaking ball misses. 2 balls and a strike. Catch a written recap of tonight's ball game on TBCEagles.com. Should have that up either later tonight or possibly tomorrow morning. And the pitch is slapped foul down the left side. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. TBCEagles.com for Trinity Baptist College Athletics. And the 2-2. Breaking ball misses. That'll fill up the count. Top of the 8th, leadoff hitter, Manuel Blanco. Been a fast-paced ball game. Got started about 10 minutes after 6. Just hit the 8 o'clock hour here in the Eastern Time Zone. Chopper towards second, and a throw to first gets away from Rivera, and Blanco is aboard. That'll go down as an error. And runner at first with nobody out.
Number 7,
Steven Perez Colazo at the plate. Nothing out of 2. He walked his second time up. And the pitch is a fastball that misses outside. One ball, no strikes. And there's a pitch taken for strike 1. Richard with the 1-1. It's slap foul. Runner at first, nobody out. Richard from the stretch. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is not in time. It's into center field. However, Blanco will stay put at second base. Stolen base for Manuel Blanco. And the Conquistadors have a runner at second now with nobody out. Henry Perez at the plate. Correction, that was strike 3 on Stefan Perez Colazo. So there is one man out. Now Henry Perez at the plate. Strike called on the outside corner. That's the third strikeout for Dan Richard. 2 men out, 1 man out, runner at second base. Richard taking his time. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, fisted up the middle. Alexo charging hard, throwing to first in time for out number 2. Good play by the senior shortstop, A.J. Alexo, but on that play, Blanco moves into third. 2 outs for the right fielder, Ezekiel Valdez. He has struck out twice, and he's driven in a run with an RBI single. That came in the 6th inning. And instead, we are going to have a pinch hitter at the plate, number 44, George Halamutis. So Halamutis with his first at bat, and he takes strike 1 on a good curveball from Dan Richard. Of course, we'll see if Halamutis stays in the game. In NCCAA, starters can return after being taken out. They have to go right back in the same batting order. Line drive right at the second baseman to retire the side. An error, but a man left at third, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Eagles trail 2-0. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Eagles trail 2-0. A new man on the mound for Florida National, number 51, freshman Jose Paredes. Ricky Rodriguez, 7 terrific innings, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts. No walks, but he did hit 2 men. If the score holds up, he stands to be the winning pitcher. Leading things off for the Eagles, Kelvin George. Check that, number 2, A.J. Alexo. Top of the order for the Eagles, Alexo, Draper, and Shiver. First pitch coming for Jose Paredes is a fastball for a strike. A.J. Alexo, 1 for 3, singled his last time up. He was erased on a fielder's choice. High fly ball, very well hit in a left center field. It is, however, going to be caught. Nice running play by the left fielder, Carlos Acevedo Santos. The Conquistadors have run down a few of Trinity's well-hit drives. They have really swung the bats well these last couple of innings, but very good defense in both the infield and the outfield have thwarted those efforts. And there's one away. Alexo bidding for extra bases, and with his speed, he could easily leg that out for 3. But a nice play by Santos in left center field. 1 out, Christian Draper at the plate for the first time tonight. Takes a fastball for a strike. He came in as a pinch runner in the bottom of the 6th. After Jordan Keys reached on a fielder's choice, he has stayed in the game to take over at third base. First at bat of the season for Christian Draper, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Eagles have really struck the ball well these last couple of innings. 1 hit to show for it, however. And the pitch is well outside for ball 1. We saw Garcia rob David Hall of an RBI single. Michael Kohik hit one right at the second baseman Brofhart to end that last inning. And the pitch, fouled back. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. And of course, Alexo just hit one into the gap. Run down by Acevedo Santos. 1-2 coming from Paredes to Draper. And the pitch in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. Kristen Draper, a middle infielder, a sophomore from Orange Park, Florida, played high school ball at Ridgeview High School. Really just a few miles outside of Jacksonville. And this one low and inside, that fills up the count. Payoff pitch is outside for ball 4. First walk of the night for Conquistador pitching. So 1 out, a runner at first. John Shiver, the designated hitter, at the plate. He has lined out hard twice, and he's reached on an error and stolen a base, but was left stranded at second. That came in the 4th inning. Good speed at first in Kristen Draper. Shiver, left-handed hitter, at the plate. Fouls off the first pitch. Shiver was tonight's starting pitcher. He went 4 scoreless innings and struck out 8. Allowed just 1 hit in those 4 innings. No balls and a strike. And the pitch squares around, bunts it, foul. Looked like he was trying to bunt for a hit on that approach. Fouled it off. He's in a hole, 0-2. Kristen Draper aboard at first. He drew a 1-out walk. On deck, Jeremy Rivera. And the pitch. Popped it up. And the second baseman, Buffhart, is there to make the play for out number 2. 2 down, runner at first for Jeremy Rivera. 2 for 3, 2 singles, and a deep fly out to center field. Florida National got both runs in the 6th, leading 2-0. Here's the Eagles bat in the bottom of the 8th, and the pitch. Change-up, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Rivera looked like he was looking fastball. Not the pitch he wanted, so he let it go. Modest lead by Draper at first. Time called. No balls and a strike on Rivera. David Cavedo on deck. Paradas with the pitch. Sliced down the right field line. That's going to be another diving catch. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Ezekiel Valdez making that sliding catch, and more terrific defense by the Conquistadors, and that retires a side. A walk and a runner left. We go to the 9th. Florida National 2, Trinity Baptist nothing. Top of the 9th, Florida National leads 2-0. Melwig Rodriguez, Carlos Acevedo Santos, and Alejandro Garcia due up here in the 9th. Dan Richard on the mound. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings. He is not allowed a hit. He has struck out 3. Melwig Rodriguez. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI, a base hit in the 2nd, an RBI ground out his last time up, and he takes strike 1. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, the Eagles will have Cavedo, Kevin Rivera, and Lopez due up. Chopper towards short. Alexo fields the hop. Strong throw to first in time. Alexo can play pretty much any position on the infield. He has a lot of speed. He can cover some ground if he's needed in the outfield as well. 1 out, base is empty for the left fielder Carlos Acevedo Santos. He has struck out all 3 times to the plate tonight. Richard works quickly, breaking ball for strike 1. Two nothing Conquistadors here in the top of the 9th. Richard 0-1, fastball downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Florida National will play Southeastern University following this 3-game set at Trinity. This one is slap foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Santos. That doubleheader on Tuesday, January 30th at Florida National in Hialeah. Line drive into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kohick picks it up, gets it back in, and holds a runner to a single. Well, that's baseball. The Conquerors have hit the daylights out of the ball the last few innings, but great defense by the Conquistadors. This one struck well, finds a hole down the line, and it's a one-out single for Santos. Garcia will be lifted for a pinch hitter. Garcia, nothing out of 3 on the night. Heading to the plate, number 10, J-Mark Garcia. And we're going to have a pinch runner at first base as well, number 26, Larry Bravo. J-Mark Garcia, batting for Alejandro Garcia. Richard with a runner at first, works from the stretch. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, a runner at first. Larry Bravas, the pinch runner, throw to first, and the runner is back. Throw to first again, Bravo back. There's a new Eagle playing first base this inning. Number 32, Austin Hiller at first in place of Jeremy Rivera. And Richard with the pitch. Fastball misses down low. 2 balls, no strikes. And a pitch from Richard, misses down again. 3 balls, no strikes to J-Mark Garcia. Richard taking his time. And a pitch down the middle for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. Fastball taken. Count is full at 3-2. Austin Hiller, a freshman Eagle from Centennial High School. He also does some pitching. And the pitch is slap foul. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Carlos Acevedo Santos singled with 1 out down the right field line. Larry Bravo pinch running for him at first. J-Mark Garcia pinch hitting for Alejandro Garcia. And the payoff pitch lifted high into shallow left field. And Quevedo is there to make the play. 2 outs for the center fielder, Sergio Rivas. Hit by a pitch, grounded to short, called out on strikes. Eagles will have hitters 5, 6, and 7 due up. Trailing by 2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Ricky Rodriguez, starting pitcher for Florida National, 7 scoreless innings, 3 hits and 3 strikeouts. In line for the win. Barring an Eagles comeback. Throw down to second is not in time, and a stolen base for Larry Bravo. Good throw by David Hall, but Bravo in just ahead of the tag. Rivas digging in with a runner in scoring position. Time called. Richard now ready. And the pitch. It is slap foul. Ball and 2 strikes on Sergio Rivas. Rivas getting ready. Digging back in. Richard looks in for the sign. Outfield straight away. And the pitch. Ground ball toward the gap. Off the glove of Rivera. Here comes a runner to the plate, and he will score. RBI single for Sergio Rivas. He found a hole. Bravo comes around, and it's 3-0 Conquistadors. Top of the order, Yazir Brofhart at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Reach base with a walk in the 3rd. Runner at first, 2 men out, and it's in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Breaking ball, misses for ball 1. Second hit allowed by Dan Richard. 1 run in, 3-0 FNU, and this one's fouled off to the right side. Hiller could not get there in time. Two outs, a runner at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike rather on Brofhart. And the runner goes, pitches inside, and no throw. Stolen base for Rivas. 2 balls and a strike on Brofhart. Richard, a long look in. And the pitch, breaking ball, misses up high, throw to 3rd, not in time, gets away into left field. And here comes a runner in to score, and it's 4-0 Conquistadors. Stolen base for Rivas. He scores on the wild throw. And it's 4-0 Florida National. 3 balls and a strike on the batter, Yazir Brofhart. And a pitch, swing and a miss. And that'll retire the side. 2 runs, 1 earned. Nobody left, couple of hits, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Eagles trail 4-0. Bottom of the 9th, the Eagles trail 4-0. They will send up David Cavedo, Kevin Rivera, and Brian Lopez. They will face Jose Paredes, who's starting his second inning of work. It was a save situation when he came in 1 inning ago. So he's in line for a save. Ricky Rodriguez would be the winning pitcher, barring a big Eagles rally. David Quevedo leading things off. 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the fourth. Paredes with his first pitch, and it's down low for ball 1. Paredes walked a man in the 8th, did not allow a run. Ball 2 is low and outside. No action in the Conquistador bullpen as of yet. There are a couple of men standing, looking like they may start getting ready. Nobody throwing at the moment. And the pitch from Paredes is fouled off to the right side. 2 balls and a strike on David Quevedo. And here comes a 2-1. Fastball misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. Kevin Rivera on deck. Brian Lopez in the hole. And a conference at the mound. 2 runs in the 6th for Florida National. They tacked on 2 more in the 9th. That's been all the scoring. 3 of those 4 runs earned. Now the 3-1. Paredes pitching to Quevedo. Bouncing ball towards third and off the glove of Garcia, and that's going to be an error. So leadoff man aboard. And it brings up second baseman Kevin Rivera.
Number 6.
Rivera at the plate. He is 1 out of 3, singled his last time up. And the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. High fly ball, well hit in the left field. Santos is there to make the play for out number 1. Another well-hit Eagles ball run down in the outfield. Brian Lopez at the plate. 2 flyouts and a sacrifice bunt, so 0 for 2 officially. Kevin Rivera gave that one a ride. Fell into the glove of Santos. Runner at first, 1 away, and the first pitch is fouled straight back. David Hall due up next, followed by Michael Kohick. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, fouled back, makes it 0-2. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here on YouTube Live TBC Eagles season opener for both Trinity Baptist College and Florida National University. First ever baseball game in the history of FNU. Glad to be a part of it. They lead 4-0 here in the 9th, and a fastball misses outside for ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes on the center fielder, Brian Lopez. This one fouled back, and the count remains 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Paredes from the stretch. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit for Lopez. And the runner Quevedo will advance to second. So Lopez with his first base hit of the season. With one out, the Eagles have 2 men aboard, and the catcher David Hall steps up to the plate. These two teams will meet up again down in Hialeah, Florida at Florida National University April 13th for a single 9-inning game and a doubleheader on Saturday, April 14th. Friday the 13th is when these two teams will hook up again. That is in April. 2 men on, 1 out, and the pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Florida National University, members of the United States Collegiate Athletic Association, Trinity Baptist College, National Christian College Athletic Association, Division II. And this one misses well outside, count even at 1-1. They do have some common opponents. We mentioned Southeastern University, Warner University as well. So some common opponents between these two ball clubs, and this pitch is down in the dirt, and another good block by Perez Colazo. He's done that a few times tonight. Both teams do play Ave Maria University as well. Two men on, 1 out. David Hall at the plate, count of 1-1. And the pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Paredes ready. And the pitch to Hall. Got under it, left it upstairs. David Hall at the plate. Full count, payoff pitch, and here it is, and it's lifted out of play. Quevedo reached on an error. Kevin Rivera flew out deep to left field. Brian Lopez singled. David Hall at the plate with 2 men on and a full count. 1 out. Paredes, long look back. Time called. Paredes now ready. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 2 down, and it brings up the right fielder, Michael Kohick. He is 0 for 2. Had a sac bunt his first time up. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Kohick. Heading to the plate, number 29, Gene Rivera. So Gene Rivera getting his first at-bat of the season. And it comes with 2 outs in the 9th and 2 men aboard. And the first pitch from Paredes. Misses upstairs for ball 1. Gene Rivera, freshman, center fielder, and a catcher. Played at Gateway High School. Welcome to the Eagles, Gene Rivera. And the pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the order, A.J. Alexo due up next. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times tonight. 1 for 4, hoping for an opportunity. He would represent the potential tying run. And the 1-1 swung on and missed, strike 2. Eagles now down to their final strike. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Paradis trying to save it for Ricky Rodriguez, and the pitch. Strike 3, that'll retire the side, and that'll do it for this ball game. Final score, Florida National University Conquistadors 4, Trinity Baptist College Eagles nothing. Great night in the first game ever for Florida National Baseball. The winning pitcher, Ricky Rodriguez, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts. Jose Paradis gets the save, 2 innings. He allowed 1 hit and no runs. Losing pitcher is Grayson Wright for Trinity Baptist, 2 runs in an inning and a third. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. No streaming tomorrow afternoon. We will see you later on YouTube Live, TBC Eagles. For Dean Bureau on camera, Coach John Copeland, Athletic Director John D. Jones, thank you to everyone in attendance and watching us online tonight. I'm Ray Bureau saying good night. God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.